Under the bright sun, Sarah arrives in her car on a tranquil suburban street. She stops in front of a modest, slightly run-down house, its ordinary appearance hiding an eerie stillness. Sarah unlocks the front door. The heavy silence of the house wraps around her. She steps inside, the cold, musty air greeting her like a forgotten memory. Dust motes dance in the faint light, ghosts of a life once lived. The living room stands silent and draped, dust sheets covering every surface in a heavy shroud. A faint, unsettling smell of decay lingers in the air, a silent testament to time's passage and neglect. Sarah's gaze is ensnared by a strange pattern in the wallpaper, a visual puzzle that seems to vibrate with unseen energy. Inside the dilapidated kitchen, decay permeates every corner, a silent testament to years of neglect. Sarah's inner thoughts intensify. I feel a growing sense of unease. Sarah enters the bedroom, where an unnatural cold chills the air. The bed is neatly made, yet the room exudes an unsettling stillness. On the nightstand, a child's drawing reveals a distorted, monstrous figure. Sarah walks down the hallway as shadows dance around her. A faint whisper fills the air, its origin unknown. Sarah's reflection stares back from the bathroom mirror, slightly distorted. A horrifying face flashes over Sarah's reflection in a terrifying instant. Sarah walks into the bedroom, a sense of unease washing over her. She notices the child's drawing has changed, the monstrous figure now menacingly detailed. A chilling presence fills the room, unseen but palpable. Sarah returns to the living room, where the furniture gleams, reborn and opulent. Warm light dances across the walls from the fire. Sarah steps into the dining room, where a lavish feast gleams beneath the soft light. Figures sit around the table, their forms casting long shadows, faces blurred and indistinct. Sarah attempts to escape the dining room, but the hallway stretches into infinity. The whispering intensifies, almost forming words. Sarah is lost in an unfamiliar room, her mind racing with questions. Her gaze fixates on the only door, a silent invitation to the unknown. Sarah opens the door and steps into a distorted version of her childhood bedroom. The room is unsettlingly familiar, yet everything is slightly off, creating a sense of unease. Sarah steps through the door and enters a room frozen in a gruesome crime scene. The air is thick with the metallic scent of blood. In a nightmarish alternate reality, Sarah hesitantly enters a distorted version of her office, where every detail is unsettlingly familiar, yet wrong. Her colleagues stand before her, their faces twisted into grotesque parodies, their eyes hollow voids that swallow the light. A heavy sense of dread permeates the room, clinging to every shadow and echoing in the silence. Sarah stands in the hallway, the familiar space now a labyrinth of impossible angles and disorienting twists. A cacophony of whispers envelops her, voices echoing from unseen dimensions. Sarah stands alone in the room, a chilling sense of déjà vu washing over her. Not again, she whispers, her voice echoing in the oppressive silence. She is overwhelmed by a feeling of déjà vu. Sarah steps through the door, finding herself in a nightmarish reflection of her deepest fears. The room is dark and claustrophobic, pressing in on her from all sides. Shadowy figures taunt Sarah, their whispers echoing through the oppressive darkness. Sarah enters the room, a grotesque parody of her future home. Shadows dance menacingly on the walls, the air thick with decay. In the center, Sarah sees herself, aged and withered, despair in her eyes. The older Sarah is trapped, a prisoner of the house, her gaze vacant. Sarah stumbles aimlessly through the hallway, her steps faltering and her vision clouded. Her mind unravels, each thought a tangled thread, leaving her adrift in a sea of doubt. Reality and illusion blur into one, as the house looms around her, a suffocating presence that threatens to consume her. Sarah stands in the room, the single door now pulsating with an otherworldly light. The door's unearthly light beckons, promising secrets and unknown paths. Sarah steps through the door and finds herself in a dimension of pure chaos and madness. She sees glimpses of monstrous entities, beings from beyond the veil of reality. Sarah steps into a room where reality splinters, revealing countless versions of herself. Each Sarah is trapped within a different life, a path not taken, a choice made differently, yet all are confined within the same gilded cage. Sarah finds herself surrounded by journals, each page echoing with her own handwriting. She picks up a journal, fingers lightly tracing the familiar script. A chilling realization dawns as Sarah reads her own words. The journals chronicle a slow descent into madness. The hallway warps into a kaleidoscope of colors, reality itself dissolving around Sarah. She fights to hold on, but her grip on the world loosens with each passing moment. A voice, both known and unknown, resonates through the chaos, whispering her name. Sarah stands alone in the room, the door a silent taunt of her captivity. A chilling realization washes over her. There is no escape. The house transforms into a prison, its walls closing in, suffocating her last hope. Sarah steps through the doorway into a meticulously recreated version of her childhood home. An unsettling feeling washes over her as she observes her family gathered in the living room. Their smiles are strained. Their eyes hold a vacant, unsettling quality. The air crackles with an unnatural energy, adding to the growing sense of unease. Sarah hesitantly steps into the room, her caution palpable as she crosses the threshold. Her breath hitches as she beholds the figure before the mirror. The reflection is not her own. It is a monstrous entity, a being from another dimension staring back at her. Sarah steps into a room where time stands still, surrounded by clocks frozen in a silent dance. The room is filled with countless clocks, each a frozen moment in time. Dust motes swirl in the air. She whispers, her voice echoing in the stillness. Time. It means nothing here. Despair creeps into her voice as she realizes, trapped in an endless loop. Sarah stands in the hallway, the walls closing in around her. The house breathes around her, a silent, living entity that seems to swallow her whole. In the dimly lit room, Sarah stands before the door. The air thickens with tension. She knows this is her last chance. Sarah steps through the doorway, entering a void, a blank canvas of nothingness. She understands the power she holds, the ability to shape her own reality, but the will to create, to define, has vanished, leaving her adrift in the emptiness. Sarah steps into the alternate reality room, her eyes widening in disbelief. Another version of Sarah sits hunched over a desk, scribbling furiously in a journal. Sarah watches her alternate self, a detached observer to her erratic actions. A palpable sense of madness fills the room as the other Sarah's writing becomes increasingly frantic. Sarah steps into a room pulsating with an unsettling awareness. Eyes, countless eyes, stare back at her from every surface. An ocean of silent judgment, a wave of nausea washes over her as she feels utterly exposed, her breath catching in her throat. The hallway twists into a maze of shadows, each corner whispering secrets only Sarah can hear. The air grows heavy, pressing down on Sarah as unseen forces tighten their grip. She hears voices whispering her name, promising salvation if she surrenders to the house. Sarah stands in the room, the solitary door a cruel reminder of her confinement. A wave of resignation washes over Sarah as she understands. She knows there is no escape. The chilling realization dawns. She is destined to become part of the house. Sarah steps through the door, and an alternate reality engulfs her. The room mirrors her soul, twisted and distorted. Darkness surrounds her, revealing flaws and imperfections. Sarah enters a room, confronted by another version of herself, before a mirror. This figure is no mere reflection. It radiates with pure energy and light. Sarah declares with newfound resolve, "I have the power to break free." Yet, her tone shifts, revealing a deeper truth. "But I no longer have the desire." Sarah enters a room filled with an eerie glow, walls lined with countless empty journals. She reaches out, her fingers tracing the smooth cover of a journal, as if drawn by an unseen force. A pen beckons and she picks it up. Its weight feels strangely familiar in her hand. As she begins to write, alien words flow, the house speaking through her. In the silent hallway, Sarah moves with a newfound purpose, leaving her old identity behind. She is no longer Sarah, the real estate agent. She is something else, something more. Sarah stands alone, a knowing smile spreading across her face, illuminated by a dim light. Understanding dawns as she prepares to face what lies beyond the mysterious door. Sarah ventures into the alternate reality room, vanishing into the all-encompassing darkness. The room stands empty, a silent testament to a grim fate. The house remains, a silent predator claiming another victim. The front door swings open, unveiling a new real estate agent. She gazes at the house, her face reflecting a blend of curiosity and apprehension. A new real estate agent arrives, ready to start the cycle anew. The house silently waits, an eternal vigil. An open journal rests on the nightstand, its final entry scrawled in an unearthly script. The camera pulls back, revealing the silent, empty room. The house stands silent, holding secrets within its walls. Anna, the new agent, stands in the entrance hall, a growing unease settling over her. She pulls out her phone, hope fading, as she sees the signal is lost. Her voice echoes in the silence. "Hello?" Anna cautiously steps into the living room, every sense on high alert. The air hangs heavy with the scent of decaying flowers, a sweet, cloying aroma that hints at hidden decay. The room seems to breathe with unseen energy as dust motes dance in the light, swirling like restless spirits. Despite the warmth of the day, a sudden chill grips Anna, sending shivers down her spine. Anna discovers a calendar frozen in time, decades past. Mold consumes a forgotten meal, a testament to time's relentless passage. A lone fly buzzes, the only sign of life in the still, decaying kitchen. Anna walks upstairs, her footsteps echoing in the silent house. The wallpaper seems to shift, a subtle trick of the light that plants a seed of doubt in Anna's mind. A faint whispering sound returns, barely audible, yet it lingers in the air. Anna steps into the bedroom. The room appears normal at first glance. The child's drawing vanished, replaced by a chilling word written in blood. "Welcome," Anna gasps, the realization dawning upon her. She is not alone.